Long ago, in the heart of the ancient land of Jambudvipa, there was a small village nestled between rolling hills and a once mighty river. The land was lush, fertile, and full of life. But time is the great tester of all things. One year, the rains didn't come. The skies stayed dry, and the river that had once given life to the village slowly began to vanish. In this village lived a man named Sundar. He was known for his easy smile, friendly nature, and his constant dependence on others. If his roof leaked, he waited for his neighbors to help. If his crops failed, he looked to the village head for support. If he felt sad or confused, he looked for someone to guide him. Now as the drought worsened, Sundar found himself staring at his empty field, cracked with dryness. The village elders had already warned people to store food, dig wells, prepare. Many villagers began working tirelessly to survive. But Sundar waited. He believed, someone will come, the king will send aid, maybe monks will bring food, or maybe nature will fix itself. Days turned into weeks. The villagers who once helped Sundar were now busy with their own survival. His friends no longer had spare food. His house began to fall apart. Yet he waited. Alone, hungry, hopeless, still waiting. One evening, a few travelers stopped by the village, their robes dusty from the journey, but their eyes calm and serene. One of them whispered to Sundar, "The Blessed One, Gautama Buddha, is resting nearby, in the forest of sal trees. He teaches truth and shows the path of peace and wisdom." Sundar's eyes lit up. "If anyone can save me, it must be him," he thought. With the little strength he had left, he made his way toward the forest. He had no offerings, no gifts, only his suffering. The forest was peaceful. Birds chirped softly, and the air was cool despite the harsh drought. Under a giant sal tree sat the Buddha, surrounded by a few monks. His presence was calm, like a still lake, and his eyes seemed to see beyond this world. Sundar bowed deeply and sat before him. Buddha looked at him kindly. "You seem troubled, my friend." Tears welled up in Sundar's eyes as he poured out his pain. "Bhagwan, my crops have failed. My house is falling. My neighbors no longer help me. I have nothing left. I am alone. Please help me. Tell me what to do." Buddha listened silently. After a pause, he asked gently, "Tell me, Sundar, before the drought, did you prepare your land?" "No, Bhagwan. I thought the rains would come." "Did you store any food?" "No, I trusted someone would share." "Have you tried to fix your home?" "No, I was hoping someone would offer help." There was silence. The monks around looked down respectfully. Buddha then picked up a dry twig lying nearby and broke it. This twig once belonged to a tree strong, rooted, and alive. But now it's dry and broken because it depended only on the rains above. When the skies failed, it had nothing below to hold it. Such is the fate of those who depend only on others. Sundar looked down, ashamed. Buddha continued softly, "Let me tell you a story, Sundar. Long ago, a man stood at the edge of a wild river. He wanted to cross to the other side, where the land was fertile and safe, but the current was strong, and no boat was in sight. He waited 1 day, 2 days, 3. People passed by, warned him, told him to build a raft or learn to swim. But the man said, 'Someone will come. A boat will appear. I just need to wait.' He waited until he grew weak from hunger and the heat of the sun. Eventually, he gave up and turned back, never reaching the other side, simply because he waited for help that never came. Do you see, Sundar? Life is like that river. Waiting for others to carry you across it only leaves you stranded. But if you take responsibility, build your raft with your own effort, you can cross any current." Sundar's heart felt heavy, not with shame, but with realization. "Bhagwan, I've wasted so much time hoping others would save me. I thought being humble meant letting others take care of things. But now I see. I was just afraid. Afraid to act, to fail, to take responsibility." Buddha nodded. True humility is not weakness. It is strength without pride. Relying on others for love, support, or wisdom is human. But relying on others for your survival, your growth, your discipline, that is like planting seeds and expecting someone else to water them forever. Sundar bowed deeply. "What should I do now, Bhagwan?" "Start with what you have. Use your hands, your legs, your thoughts. Begin today. Every step you take yourself will add strength to your path. Even if the journey is slow, it will be yours." Sundar returned to his village. The land hadn't changed, it was still dry, and the sun still merciless. But something inside him was different. For the first time in his life, he stopped waiting. He collected clay and repaired the cracks in his hut. He walked miles to fetch water from distant ponds. He dug trenches around his land to trap even the smallest rainfall. He began planting seeds slowly, carefully. People watched, surprised. Some laughed. Why is he working so hard alone? But Sundar smiled and replied, because I have wasted too much time depending on others. This time, I will depend on myself. Weeks passed. The next season brought a light rain. While many fields still lay barren, a tiny patch of green rose in Sundar's land. It wasn't much, but it was enough to survive, and more importantly, enough to inspire. Villagers began coming to him for advice, and he shared it freely, not with pride, but with compassion. You don't have to wait for the world to help you. Help yourself, and the world will follow. Years passed. Sundar became a respected elder in the village. His once broken home now welcomed travelers and fed the poor. But he never forgot the day he met the Buddha. He kept a small wooden carving of a raft near his door. Whenever someone asked about it, he would say, "This reminds me life is a river. Build your own boat, row with your own hands, and you will never fear the current again." Gautama Buddha once said, "Apodipo bhava, be a light unto yourself." This story reminds us that waiting for help can often become a chain. True freedom lies in realizing your own power, your own effort. Life rewards those who stand up and walk, even when the path is unclear. Stop depending on others for your survival, your dreams, your destiny. Help may come, or it may not, but your effort will always be with you. So ask yourself today, are you still waiting for someone to cross your river? Or are you ready to build your raft and begin, right?